I'm Costa from Solar Cutters, and I'm here in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne to check out the brand new Selectronic facility. It's in the middle of nowhere, but I'm glad we're here. I've got someone very special to give us a tour, the Commercial Director of Selectronic, Lindsay Hart. Where is he?
I'm here. Oh, hey,
Lindsay!
Costa. How are you, mate?
How you going? Didn't see you over there.
The short jokes, let's get them out of the way quick. Is that it?
That's it, that's one I prepared earlier.
Oh, right, that was crap, but anyway, okay, let's go.
So what's happening in here?
Mate, everything happens here. We make it, we think about it, we fix it, everything. Want to go for a walk through?
Let's have a look.
Let's go. This is the part that I guess I've probably got a certain amount of pride myself because I know the story behind every single one of these products. So our original founders of the company, Brian and Lois Scott, which Ken and Rod, who run the company now, it's their parents. Yep. They started in '64, and this is the history just of the inverter part, which only started in 1980, which is only 43 years ago.
So you've been here longer than the inverters?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
I started here in... Anyway, that's not relevant.
So you should be on the mural downstairs.
I should be on the mural. I am, that little figure, the little one. Anyway, right back from a little 360 watt inverter, which we can't find one of the original ones just yet. That's why there's a blank spot for it, right through the product evolution to when we did our first sine wave inverters down here. We even did inverters that went to BP Solar and I can't remember if it was the Philippines or not, but we've done lots of different styles of products right through to the very first version of the SP Pro here, which was 2008, its very first.
So the first SP Pro's 15 odd years old already.
In its hardware form, yeah. This was once described by an Italian gentleman at Intersolar as, I love your product, but it looks like it was made in a Russian car factory, so I can't buy it. So thus we brought the present shape out, which is the Series 2. So just nice evolution around some of the products that we did for when we made a version for Carco in Germany, and they sold these all around the world, and some of the technology relationships we had with Refu out of Germany as well. Yeah. So let's go now and look at the system that actually is today's system running this building. This was put in by RSCV Solar for us. Okay. Is that the plug you said you wanted me to do?
Who? Yes, RSCV Solar.
You want me to say that again, right? Yeah, okay. So we've got 120 kilowatts of SP Pro battery inverter here with some of the new Select Cell batteries, 120 volt system, and that provides 240 kilowatt hours of energy and some 100 kilowatts of PV on the roof with the Fronius inverters over there. So what we're doing is we're augmenting our manufacturing, and there's been a few days already where we actually weren't using the grid at all. Whole manufacturing plant in the middle of the afternoon was running off grid. So we're pretty happy with that, and we're going to have to expand it a bit more as we get more manufacturing as well. But yeah.
No, it's very exciting. Yeah, it's great to sort of see, I guess, people believing what they're preaching and real working systems that are powering you guys here in the office, powering the factory, powering everything. Like it just
walk the walk, talk the talk.
100%.
It's pretty important. Yeah. So for our installers and what have you, we like to do some training with them. So at the moment, it's just been set up for some other meetings, but in here we'll get our training together normally every month. We're trying to do it where we have 3 different types of training where installers come in. We don't have big groups because we want it to be quality.
More intimate, yeah.
Quality, not quantity.
But you can fit a fair few people in here as well, like.
Oh yeah, we can fit 60, 70 people in here if we choose to. Yeah, depends on how close they are and how friendly and what have you. We use it for meetings as well. You can see over here on the wall.
This is great because like you don't find many companies these days that have this sort of facility on site. Like you're going from a museum and the factory, which we're going to check out sort of soon, the working system, but you can train to learn how to use to design these systems all under one roof. Like it's awesome.
That's the whole idea. We like to immerse people in the Selectronic experience rather than just let's come to a training day.
Exactly.
So over here we have got some of the hands-on equipment where guys and girls can come along and wire up an SP Pro to a battery, wire up a Fronius to an SP Pro or an ABB, and get a bit of hands-on. There's nothing like actually doing it once or twice to really feel confident when you go out in the marketplace. So we've changed our training quite a lot in the last 12 months, and it seems to be working very well. We're separating the sales and design side from the install, from the servicing side, working well.
Awesome.
All right, let's go down and have a look at the manufacturing.
Can't wait.
So this is the part of the R&D lab where they actually are doing after they've done coding, they'll do their testing and trying to make sure how things working. Plenty of inverters here. Some of that gets taken from what's on the roof as well. So this is the bit where they're doing hey, did that work? What I thought worked in the computer next door, does it now work in the real world?
You've got your ABBs set up, your phone, your snap inverters, you've got your Gen 24s.
Yep.
Everything's set up ready to go. Like that's yeah.
So our product evolution, it starts obviously in offices, if you like, then it comes into here. Then if they're happy with what they get here, then it goes out to our own field sites. So we have about 8 field sites that we control, including, say, my place.
Yep.
And then if that works, then we go to another section of controlled field sites before it goes to market.
Yeah, a lot of due diligence and testing, and especially in the field you're in, I guess in the market you're in, like it's important not to rush to be first across the finish line if the product's not going to be reliable.
It's when you consider where our products go, it's really expensive if we get it wrong. And yeah, we do get it wrong sometime, but yeah, it's how we fix it is the most important.
But now we know where you guys are.
Absolutely, you can't run and hide.
Everyone come through the front door.
So we'll go down here past the R&D offices, but we'll just keep nice and quiet because they're all concentrating people, and come out to the manufacturing.
Oh, you got a viewing area.
We've got a viewing platform. So the only thing we don't do here is the surface mount componentry.
Okay.
That gets done in Adelaide, so it's still Australian. It gets done in Adelaide, then everything comes here, and then we will do all the soldering of through-hole componentry, do all the assembly, as you can see here. So basically this is assembly in these 4 areas here, and then I'll take you underneath in a moment and show you where all the circuit board gets soldered. And
but it's here. This is where the magic happens.
All happens here. I find it really amazing when a lot of guys come here and they say, "Oh, it's actually made here," and I ask them, "Does our brochures not spell it out enough?" And they say, yeah, but everyone sort of does that. To see it real is
true Australian made.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, we'll head down and we'll go down on the factory floor.
Sounds good.
Good morning.
Now on the factory floor.
So we're on the factory floor, so don't touch anything.
Gotcha.
Or the production manager will kill us. So we're seeing the other perspective now of the assembly benches, but there's a whole heap of extra real estate in underneath the mezzanine floor here that I want to show you a few bits and pieces of.
Let's have a look.
Power modules for the SP Pros. Because of the way that our product works, this is one half of our power module that we do all the soldering here, because it's a very specialist process, the soldering of this. It gets done slower, it gets done at a very controlled temperature, because you've got some big heavy currents here. So it's got to be done very carefully, and it's not your run-of-the-mill type stuff. So we do all that
as
here.
As opposed to regular sort of string inverters, like it's a lot more involved and delicate and
That's right, yeah. So we'll head off to the other side of the assembly bench there if we can. Bit of high voltage testing gets done on every transformer so that we check for isolation and various things. So you get a nice perspective here of sort of the factory floor, of exactly what we're doing and the perspective of it. Up till now, everything's been tested as an individual part already. And then as it gets assembled, it's going to go over there, we'll show you in a moment. So the final unit gets put on those racks to be turned on and left for 3 days as a burn-in test.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's not done at full load at the moment, but it's a way that we've had to be very careful about making sure that supply of componentry over the last few years is still quality. That's been a little bit of a challenge in the electronics industry across the board. So we'll go over to where we do the final test then. So the unit will be fully tested here and then go into these racks for a further 3-day burn-in test.
Okay.
Once it's completed, it's going to be packed up here that Maddie's doing. Obviously lifting equipment because they are rather heavy. And
Tell me about it.
you would know that by now, yeah. So once everything's packed and ready to go out the door, out it goes through our fast door. The fast door, the idea is that it opens very quickly, opens and closes, so that we're not going to upset the ambient temperature and cleanliness in the
fastest factory
manufacturing
door
area.
I've seen.
Yeah, it goes nice and quick. So that's the Selectronic family, Costa. Everything from start to finish all done here and on Australia, employing Australians.
I'm impressed.
It's a good place to be. It's a good thing for Australia.
Let me know when the bar's open. We'll come back. Yes.
The bar's open now. Let's go.
Let's go.
See you, mate.
Thanks, Lindsay.